So we want to talk to you about stress and overwhelm. Are you just feeling like you're burning the candle at both ends and it's leaving you exhausted, tired? Probably you're snapping at your kids. Maybe you're not as kind to your clients. It just shows up in all kinds of ways. So if that's you and you're really identifying with a stressed out, overwhelmed day, we want to help you with I think 6 tips, Jim, that we're going to share with you today. So as you're joining us, we are Misty and Jim Loretto, and we're going to share these with you, and we want you to just let us know if something resonates. Drop a 1 in the comments below. Let us know where you're tuning in from, if you're on the live, or if you're joining us on the replay, let us know so that we can shout you out. And if you stay till the very end, we have a bonus tip and also a free masterclass we're going to offer. So we are going to bring it. Yeah, definitely. So a lot of times I'm talking to moms and busy career people, and they see the value in doing self-care and taking time for themselves, because that's really all it is, but they just feel like they don't have time. So I was sharing with one of my friends, if you look at how many minutes you have in your day, there's actually 1,140 of them. So to take just 10 minutes for yourself is not only reasonable, but it's necessary. And in doing so, you will affect all of your other relationships. So we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about the example on an airplane. We were talking about how...
Such a great analogy, by the way.
Yeah, have you guys traveled lately? And if you did you find that, and we always hear the same thing, right? Please sit down, fasten your seatbelt, and then the flight attendant comes on, right? And she's all bubbly or she's grumpy, depending on the airline that you're with. And she will say and describe to you that the mask is going to drop from the ceiling. And when it does, you need to secure your oxygen and then either your child or the person next to you. And obviously the reason she says that is because it's true. You cannot help or affect anybody around you if you're dead. Right? So you have to put on your own oxygen. And I jokingly said to her, you don't realize self-care is like oxygen, because if you're not taking care of yourself, you are really useless to anybody else around you, because over time you're going to be depleted and you can't pour from an empty cup.
So true.
So yes. Jim's like, yes, I've seen her get that way. So one of the things that happens when you don't practice self-care and when you get over-busied and overwhelmed is stress elevates. And so Jim's going to share with you some really powerful and I think poignant reasons why you need to incorporate self-care so you're not so stressed out. So baby, tell us about stress.
This is a great topic for me, because a couple lives ago I kind of told what in 2018 kind of what life was like for me. And we'll get into another story, but I just went through a period where self-care is what really got me through 2018. And it wasn't like something crazy traumatic, but it was just I needed that self-care to regroup, recharge, refocus, re-energize, right? Yeah, totally. So self-care, it's a huge topic for me, because I believe there's so many of us, like Misty said, whether you're mom, your dad, you're a professional, if you don't get recharged, you don't get the best version of you. Your kids don't get the best version of you. Exactly. And let's face it, stress kills. It is one of the #1 killers on the planet is stress. How many of you, and we can all just kind of have fun here on this feed here, if you're stressed out and you feel the effects of stress, please just put "I'm stressed out" down in the comments, right?
That's me.
But let's talk about some of the things that stress does and the side effects, okay? #1, obviously stress, we know it kills. It affects all areas of your life. So it affects weight gain. How many of you felt since you've been stressed out, we've gained weight, right? It's another byproduct of being stressed out. How many of you have digestive issues? It causes digestive issues. How many of you get anxiety? Anxiety is a big one out there. How about depression? Are you feeling like you're just so overwhelmed and consumed with stress? It's driven you to feel like you've got depression. By the way, if you can, don't medicate. But that's be another topic one day. Sleep problems. So many of us do not get adequate sleep, and that is so important. If we don't get good quality sleep, I'm one of them. I used to struggle with sleep, but when you get deep sleep, you get in your REM sleep, you just feel recharged. So, but I used to wake up in the middle of the night. How many of you out there listen to this? You go to bed, then you wake up and you toss and you turn, and then you get up and you repeat that process week after week after week. It's not good for us. High blood pressure causes memory situations, heart disease. Number one killer, heart disease out there.
Yeah, I know. I always thought it was breast cancer.
Yeah.
And cancer, it's not. It's heart disease.
Heart disease. It's just, they call it the silent killer, and so stress is a big thing. Cortisol levels. I talked about this on a show a couple weeks ago about cortisol is your stressor hormone, and it was originally designed for fight or flight. So back in the day when we had to we got chased by a tiger or a lion or something, cortisol would rise, but then it would settle back down.
So if I chase you,
Let's go try it.
is that going to elevate your cortisol levels?
Absolutely, everything. Woo! We're gonna stop this feed right here, right now, because Missy's gonna chase me. It used to be fight or flight, and now because of everyday stressors to pay the bills, to get through family and work and business, all that stuff, it never lowers, so it stays high, and that's also another. There's detriment to your health. So if you can relate to any of these that you're feeling, or you feel some of those things I just mentioned, please write them down in the comments. We'd like to hear what is stressing you out. Please don't put your spouse. We'll leave that one alone.
Yeah, your stress factor is your kids or your spouse. Don't name names.
Yeah, no names.
I would say that, but yeah. But we don't want to leave you here. Like, we're bringing up the fact that not practicing self-care and setting aside time for yourself is going to wreak havoc on your body, but we don't want to leave you there. We want to give you these 5 tips that if you will be intentional and decide to start implementing even some of these tomorrow, you will notice your stress level is just going to come down. And the other thing that happens is your joy and your gratitude increase and elevate. So I want to jump right into it with the first one. And this was great because this is one of Jim's favorite things. So share that, babe.
I love to laugh. They say laughter is the greatest joy. I've seen different things out there where they said if you were chronically sick, just spend time watching funny movies and get into just laughing hysterically. Yeah. We did that last night. We were just kind of in a fun, silly mood, and we thought, let's find a funny comedian on there. He was a little raunchy, but he was funny. We were in stitches, and when we got off the couch, went up to bed, we just felt so good. Yeah. It just released all sorts of fun chemicals in the body, and it felt good. So get yourself go to Netflix, go to YouTube, find some great comedians on there, a great funny movie. And just watch them, enjoy it, decompress with it.
Yeah, totally. No, I love that. My number 2 tip is turn on. And I don't mean turn on your spouse, but that could be appropriate. But turn on, waiting for a card to pass, your favorite music and dance. Like, shut the doors, shut the windows, whatever you need to do to feel comfortable, and just let loose and dance and sing, even for 10 minutes. Oh my gosh. Your endorphins and your oxytocin, which is the happy hormone, will escalate. And talk about a stress reducer and a joy releaser. It is an awesome, fun way to give yourself some self-care. And again, you could do it in 10 minutes and really reap the benefits.
Yeah, it's funny. We went to a seminar about 4 years ago, and this lady said, everybody stand up and move and laugh and dance with no music. We're thinking, really? Do you know what we look like with no music, dancing like that? And if you know me, that's way out of my wheelhouse, way out of my comfort zone. But I tell you what, it was fun. Everybody got up and everybody just danced and laughed, and no music. But you know what? It was funny. Everyone was in such a good mood after doing it. Yeah. It just brings about those feel goods.
So if you're hearing these things, if you're like, oh my gosh, yes, I need to start doing that, or I will start doing that, I want you to drop a comment below saying that you will and what you're going to do. If you're joining us live, let us know that you're here live. And if you're on the replay, comment below with the words replay so that we can reach out to you and thank you for joining us. So we are doing a self-care feed in honor of our backyard because we want to encourage you to get outside and enjoy the outdoors, because it's very easy to stay indoors, even like when it's beautiful outside and we've got such great weather. But we really wanted to drive home the point of self-care. We love our backyard and the pool and the fresh air. So why not do this in the backyard? So that's why we're out here and not in our home studio.
Well, that brings up, the next point here of tip is get out there and move.
Yes.
There's nothing better than taking a short walk. Get out there, and I know parts of the country are starting to thaw right now, which means you're starting to get a little sunshine. It was the sun's been awesome here today. We felt, even for us today, we were inside all day working, and we thought we have got to get outside. It's so beautiful. But hey, moving does a body good, and also the benefits of vitamin D on the skin. They say 20 to 30 minutes of vitamin D or sun on exposure on your skin gives you vitamin D. Most of us are deficient in vitamin D, so get out there, get in the sun, get the body moving. It moves everything. It helps with your lymphatic system. It helps with just circulation,
mental clarity. Absolutely. And you can tell this guy gets his fair amount of vitamin D because look at how tan he is and how white I am because he surfs almost every day. But
I try to get out to go surf, but she won't surf.
I'm glad you're getting your vitamin D, babe. So the next one we want to talk to you about is actually the before bed that you're researching. That's so interesting.
Oh yes. So also before bed, taking a deep breath. There was a professor out of Harvard. He teaches this thing on I forget what exactly he called it, but it was just on breathing. If you get good, deep diaphragm breathing before bed, 5 minutes before bed, just some really deep breathing, that will help calm you down and get you ready to, he calls it kind of in your Zen state, get you ready so you fall asleep and get into that deep REM sleep. So deep diaphragmatic breathing, like really deep, and that's important. The other thing you can also do is read a book. Read a boring book before you go to bed. And that always works for me. That'll also help you put you to sleep. And along with that, and before Missy jumps into the last final tip, there is turning off all of your TV, turning off your iPods, your cell phones. Get away from that blue light. They say the blue light from these cell phones really disturbs your natural ability to sleep. So turn those off at least a good 45 minutes to an hour before you go to bed. So
yeah. And then I would say lastly, if you stayed for tip 6, comment below tip 6 so that we can shout you out. But as you're hearing this, if you're thinking like, wow, I know I need to be doing some more time things for myself. I need to be investing more time in myself. And if you're interested in how you can be supported, we are hosting a masterclass. We're going to make it free to you because we really want to make this something that you start implementing and seeing results with, both with lowering your stress, increasing your joy, and just enjoying your quality of life more. So we're going to host this masterclass. If you want more information on this free event, drop the comment below with the words heck yeah, and we will invite you to this private free event. It's going to be happening Monday, April 29th, right here, 12 o'clock on our Facebook page. And we will be sure to get you the invite for that. But the last tip, number 6, is that you need to have boundaries in place. If you don't have boundaries in place and you don't set aside that time, like if it's 10 minutes to get up early in the morning to do a few minutes of journaling, and things that you're grateful for to just set off your day in the right direction. Or say it's that you want to do your music. You want to just book 10 minutes out of your day where you can just turn the music up and dance. You need to have and value that time and set boundaries. So like that's not the time that you're playing with the kids. That's not the time that you're going to call a client. It's really time set aside for you. So those boundaries are both important in your business, but also in your personal life.
Absolutely.
And anything else?
No, we are excited to do that self-care class. Again, it changed my life over the last 18 months. So I think we got some great information for you, stuff to help you out. So make sure you're there. We look forward to you being there.
Awesome. So we can't wait to see you.
Oh, yes. Nope, that's it.
Okay. And then drop a comment. Let us know where you're joining us from, if you're on the replay or on live. And we love your hearts. We thank you so much. We're glad we could provide this to you and hope it was of value. So
absolutely.
That's it for now. We're going to go to date night.
Bye, everybody.